So there I was thinking, like, do I want to do this? Do I want to make them not graduate? Do I want to take them to jail? Like, all these things were like spiraling in my head. Hey girls, welcome back to my channel. If you're brand new to my channel, welcome. My name's Briseda, and today, as you can see by the title, I'm gonna be filming a juicy get ready with me. As you can see, I have absolutely no makeup on, look dead as fuck, but that's why we're gonna get glammed up. Get ready with me to go absolutely I can't talk. Absolutely nowhere, because I already went somewhere and I literally was not ready. I looked hella bummy as fuck, but it is what it is. I already did my hair, so that's why you guys are gonna do my makeup with me while listening to a story time. Keep in mind, this story that I'm about to tell you guys, I've never told anyone. If you weren't in like my close group like back then or anything, like I would never tell you, because I was just never that, like, I was never out there like yip yap yip yap. These videos are so interesting to me because it's literally such a vibe to just lay there and drink your Starbucks, do your makeup, whatever you're doing, while listening to something. Like, we're on a vibe, girl. So that's why I'm gonna be chismeando with you guys while I do my makeup. I'm not gonna do like, it's not gonna be like a makeup tutorial, because that can be like a separate video, because I'm not a makeup expert at all. I already moisturized, but now I'm gonna go in with my primer. So basically, this story happened when I was in high school, girl. Like, literally, it's been so long, so that's why I, like, literally do not even care to talk about it. Like, if y'all want to hear some chisme, like, this was, like, the one juicy thing that happened to me in high school, among other things, but this one was, like, what kind of ended all that freaking delusion that happened during high school. So that's why I was like, I need to do a story time on this, because it's literally so funny. Like, thinking about it now, it's funny, but obviously when I was going through it, like, I had different emotions about it. Like, I was upset, but then I also got over it. Like, it is what it is, honestly. Like, that's what I thought about it. Disclaimer, I'm gonna put more on my nose. Disclaimer that I'm not bringing up this story to start drama again or start any commosity. Like, very cutesy, very demure. I'm gonna tell this story time. So no, those are not my intentions. Like, I'm just telling you for the fuck of telling you, because it's funny thinking about it now, you know? Look at these super cutesy little... I'm not a makeup person, so like every time I find something like super cute, I always want to brag about it, because look at this. Oh hell no, I look like goof. I just want my hair to stay back. I'm gonna just keep it in the back like that. Perfect. Okay, so let's get started, girl. So when this happened to me, when this whole situation happened, I was a sophomore in high school. Chiquita pero picosa, así me dicen por vanidosa. Sorry, that song is stuck in my head. So I was very much young. I was very much just in my high school era. And keep in mind how long ago this was. It was before COVID. Like, that's how freaking long ago this whole situation was. Like, girl, hashtag old. So basically, during high school, I was doing this whole social media stuff. So I was like already dealing with all the social media comments and how people like didn't really like, some people didn't really like me or my content or anything of that. So being in high school, like, people were gonna judge you for doing what you were doing, even though there was no need to judge. Like, girl, I was just, my whole thing like was posting on Instagram. Like, I loved posting on Instagram. I liked putting on outfits and everything, and then I would have like a few YouTube videos here. As y'all can see, I was not very consistent. I'm gonna work with this foundation because, girl, it is a little light after I went to that freaking water park. So work with me on it. I'm gonna work with it, add a bronze, all of that, okay? Because I don't have another foundation to mix it with, so this is what I have to do. So like every freaking high schooler, they want to have their opinion, so that's what people would have. So keep in mind, there's these group of girls, I'm not gonna say their name, but they were all like in a friend group and like knew each other or whatever, and they all like didn't really like me for whatever reason they had. There was a a few conspiracies on why they didn't like me. So they obviously had their opinion about me and called me names and all of the above. Like literally in school, like I'll just be walking around and they'll like say little comments and I can hear them, but I'll always ignore them because like it was so irrelevant. There's no point in giving them any type of attention about it. So I would always just ignore them and do my thing. So I would always ignore them. They would call me a hoe or a bitch and all these other little side comments and laugh and basically talk shit, but I wouldn't do anything about it because I'm the type of girl who's like, I'm not a fighter. Like my first instinct is you say something to me and I just won't give you that attention. Like it's never like, oh, you said something to me, let me go and fight you because you told me that. Like, no, girl. Like, I cannot stop everyone from saying what they have to say to me or have their thoughts about me. Like, that was my mentality. Like, not everyone is gonna like you, so you just have to do your own thing and don't give everyone that attention of like, oh, let me give you the attention you want, you know? Trying to finish this foundation step. Sorry, girls. Sorry. It's because I'm a little distracted, clearly. Oh, yeah. We're going to have to put hella bronzer, girl. Like, this is giving too white right now. This is my shade during the winter, not the summer, girl. So, obviously, I wasn't going to start drama over something that I literally cannot control. Like, if they feel some type of way about me, so be it. Like, at the end of the day, you're the one that's hating, not me, girl. And I don't have any... Disclaimer, I don't have any animosity or hate them or anything. Like, they're literally just regular people to me now. Like, I don't hold anything against anyone who did this to me or anything like that. You guys are about to, you know what, I'll give more disclaimers towards the end. So basically, I would obviously like hear them and just ignore them and be like, whatever, you know, like in my head, like I did not even care. Like, girl, you do you, right? And these girls were seniors and I was a sophomore, so they were picking on me. Girl, we are not even the same age. You're over age, I'm underage. Not mathing, girl. So it was like a bunch of girls in a group who like didn't like me, and they had sisters and they had friends and they had all, so like those people would also not like me. And I'm saying they don't like me because that's the impression I got from them. So on like one Friday afternoon at like around 2 p.m. Just kidding. I don't obviously remember certain dates, girl, so you're gonna have to deal with it without me saying a certain date. So basically, during this time, I had taken PE. And at my school, keep in mind, my school is like so small. Like, literally probably like max like 300 or 400 students, if not less. That's how freaking small my school was. So like, you would kind of know like who everyone was because the school was so small. Like, you would know people, even if you didn't know them a lot, you had already like at least seen them around because that's how fucking small the school was. So in PE, we keep all our stuff locked in the locker room, or like the locker room gets locked so that no other students can go in there like to use the bathroom or steal other people's things, basically. Like, I didn't have my own individual like locker, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the actual locker where you put your stuff and you lock it there. Like, I didn't have that. I forgot why I didn't have it, or maybe I did, but I didn't keep my stuff in there. Like, I'll always just keep my stuff in my backpack because I never really took much, just my PE clothes, and that's about it. FYI for this makeup, girl, trust the process, okay? So I just had my stuff in my backpack, like completely everything. That day I remember having my backpack. I had worn some chanclas, so my chanclas were out, like just right there on one of the benches, along with my other stuff. I remember I had my friend's blanket with me as well. I also had a perfume bottle and a bunch of other things, like just little things, right? So they were all there, and obviously I had never thought like any of this would even like happen because like I literally left my stuff out. That's how much I didn't think anything about someone stealing my shit because I didn't really have anything valuable, but I didn't think anyone would touch my stuff. Keep listening so you understand. So yeah, so I was in PE, and this time we were out of the field, so we were not like any near the locker rooms. Like, the locker rooms are here, girl, and the field was like all the way over there, okay? So like, I had no view of who went in the locker rooms or who didn't. But that day we were gonna have a rally, and in the rallies, like, all the classes, like freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors participate. There's the sport people come out, the cheerleaders do their little thing, their little dance or whatever. And like those are the only people who are basically allowed to go in the locker room because they were going to do a rally. I'm going to clean my thing because I don't like it. And I obviously hadn't known that because I didn't think anything about them going in there, but like it makes sense, like they're able to go in there to get their stuff like girl does. So those were the only people who were allowed to go in there, so that kind of narrowed down my list of like who did what to me. Like I had an idea because I obviously know that certain people did not fuck with me like at all, like. And these girls were on the cheer team. And there was also some girls though. See, till this day, let me tell you guys what happened first, actually. Let me tell you what happened first. So basically when I had come back from PE class, let me actually conceal my eyebrows first. Sorry. So basically at this point, only cheerleaders, from what I was aware, only the cheerleaders were able to go into the locker room according to coach. That's what I would call him back then, because he basically is a coach. Girl, I need some ibuprofen on my head. It hurts all the fucking time. Okay, so once I got out of PE class, I went into my locker room and everything how I left it looked completely messed up. Like how I left my backpack, how I left my blanket, everything looked thrown around. And the moment that I realized, because I didn't realize everything, was until I didn't see my chanclas where I left them once again. So then that's when I knew like shit's weird around here, like what happened here. Because from what I'm aware of, no one should have been in this locker room or could have messed my shit up. I was tripped out. I was like, what the fuck? I was with like my friends from PE class. I was with my friends there. We were all like changing in the same place because that's where we leave all our stuff. And so I got changed and everything. And then once I started like, oh no, did I get changed? I don't remember. I don't remember everything super clear. But basically I wanted to put on my chanclas. And I see that my chanclas are gone. And I start looking through all the locker room sections. And I literally couldn't find them anywhere. And then, I don't remember every single detail because it was such a long time ago, but I remember some things. I started looking everywhere and I couldn't find them. And then I see one of my chanclas in the garbage can that was in the locker room. And I was like, what the actual fuck? So then I start looking for the other fucking chancla and the other ones on top of the locker room. Like on top of the lockers, like all the way up there. Like, girl, how the fuck? They threw it up there. So that's how I knew. Oh, too much blush. See, girl, I am way too distracted right now. Sorry, the cheese mist is too good. I messed up my bronzer. It's okay. I'll go over it right now and even it out. Because I usually dap it on a napkin first. Like, girl, are you new here? See, look at this one. Look at this one. Like something subtle, not something crazy. Like I just pounded on my face. So then that's when my heart started like fucking racing. I was like, someone did this shit. Someone did this on purpose, you know? I go check my other stuff. I look at my backpack because I was going to open and make sure everything is good inside it. And I see that there's gums, like a lot of gums stuck on the backpack, like on the backpack zipper. So I couldn't even fucking open my backpack. Like everything was literally like, the gum was literally on the zipper. I couldn't open it. So then that's when I would keep in mind every single time something new happened, my heart was like I was getting pumped. I was literally getting so angry. My heart started racing. I started seeing red, girl. So then that's when you could already imagine, right? I'm telling my friend like, what the fuck, like all of this stuff, and they're all looking at it and they're all like in freaking shock, literally. Girl, I would be too. If I was my friend. Like if that was my friend, I would be like, bitch, what the fuck? I hold the blanket, like I'm checking all my stuff. And I hold my friend's blanket because it wasn't even my blanket. And it's completely wet. And so either I'm thinking they either dumped it in the fucking toilet, or I had a perfume bottle inside my backpack and they dumped out my perfume because my perfume also didn't have anything. So either it was dumped out into the toilet or it was dumped out like my perfume, or my perfume was dumped out on my blanket. on my friend's blanket. Sorry, shout out to you, girl. You know who you are. So there goes my heart racing again. There I go. I'm like literally so fucking pissed. I'm like, who the fuck did this shit? Because to my knowledge, like, no one's supposed to go in here. And there was some girls that didn't like me in my PE class, so it could have been them, but I don't think they had enough time to do that. Maybe they did, maybe not, because till this day, girl, it has not been confirmed. It's pretty easily only cheerleaders went in there. So yeah, so I peeped that too, and there I go, hella mad, still like checking all my stuff, and literally everything is a complete mess, girl. Like, all my stuff not there. So that is considered vandalism, right? Keep that in mind for further along into the story. So once I realized that all my shit literally got fucked up, I was literally mad as fuck. My friends saw it and everything. They were all literally like, they all kind of had an idea of who it was, because I'm telling you, girl, like, these girls did not like me, and they were in the cheerleading team, because I had asked coach, like, who went in there, like, who went in there, you know? My friends had gone to tell him that someone had vandalized my stuff, like, so that we know, like, who was able to go in there, basically. And then that's when they said the cheerleaders, and I was like, how funny. That's what I thought back then. Like I said, it narrowed down my list, girl. So I get hella mad, and I storm off, and they came back to tell me, like, only the cheerleaders went. I'm like, okay, yeah, like, these girls had to do it, but I didn't tell anyone. Like, I didn't say, oh, it was them. No, my friends knew what's up. I didn't have to tell them. Like, they knew, like, who it could have been too. So I went outside, like, hella mad. Like, I'm not a fighter, girl, like I said. I am not a fighter, but this day, I was ready to throw some hands. In other words, I was literally seeing fucking red. And keep in mind that they're inside the rally, in the gym where everyone and their moms is at right now, right? So I was like thinking the situation through. I was like, I'm gonna go and fucking tell them shit, or I'm gonna drag these bitches. And I'm not the fighter. I'm not a fighter. By the way, I don't mean bitches in a rude way. I'm just like, just saying it just to say it. Okay, girl? Because I'm not gonna say names, so I'm gonna drag these girly pops. So then I start getting mad. I said, let me go through. Like, everyone's like crowding me, right? And I'm not the type of girl to throw a show either. Like, I'm telling you guys, this is all like fucking crazy, right? I'm not the girl to type be like, oh, I'm gonna go fucking beat them at this. Like, hell no, bitch. I'm not ghetto like that. Like, I'm too pretty to be fighting, right? So there I am, and my friends are all behind me, and coach sees that I'm super like mad. He was not letting me go like towards the gym, because he knew that it was giving like I'm gonna go cause some chaos, right? So then I tell him, and I'm like, just let me through, like, I'm gonna go. Like, I was literally so mad. I forgot exactly what I was saying, but I was basically saying, like, let me go through, I'm gonna go tell them something, and whatever happens after that happens, right? And they were not letting me go through, because I'm telling you, everyone's and their moms was in that fucking cafeteria. Everyone was in the gym for the rally, so it was up and stuck, right? So they were just basically, my friends were also trying to calm me down. My friends were on my side, like they were right there with me, right? They knew I was upset. They knew how upsetting it was and everything. So they understood me, but obviously, like, the teachers are not gonna let you go and fight, girl. Like, what was I thinking? I was not thinking anything of that. So, like, my whole point was just basically to try to get in there, and because I was so mad, I just wanted to tell something to someone, to whoever I thought it was, right? And ask them if they're the ones that did that shit, because that shit was not cool, right? So, but like, girl, I was seeing red. I was not gonna initiate anything. At that point, I didn't care. I was just ready to go in there and do whatever had to happen. So then I'm obviously, I'm saying everything out loud. I'm not keeping it quiet. I'm saying, like, oh, I want to go in there and confront them and whatever, and, like, you know, and I just literally see them there, like, practicing their little cheerleader dance. I'm not hating on cheerleaders. Like, girl, y'all do you, okay? So then obviously they were not gonna let me through. My friends were like all telling me to think things a little through and not just go in there and fucking cause chaos, right? So I was just hella mad, and I left. I went to go get my shit that I could have got, because there was not much left. I think I left the fucking chanclas there. I don't even know if I got them. Like, they were literally like todas destroyed, from what I remember. It's because I have black hair, so now I do my eyebrows black, but now I feel like they're too black. Hopefully it doesn't look bad on camera. They don't look bad. They look dark on camera, but they look like alright right here. Like they don't look dark as dark. So that's why I'm like looking at the camera like, damn, my eyebrows look dark, but they're not even that dark, girl. So yeah, so I was just basically ranting to my friends because I could not even go tell anyone anything. So I remember going into the rally because they were not gonna let me go towards that direction, right? So I went towards the direction that I had to go because we had to go, everyone had to go to the rally. And so I was sitting in my stool, and the whole time I was so mad. And I know people can tell that I was mad. I was literally like super upset. Like I was not trying to talk to anyone, and like I just seen them there, so it was just like, girl, I can't even go up to you right now. Like we're like, this is pretty bad, you know, because I got the teachers like literally right there. Coach, who knew everything that was going on, he was like right there. So it was just like I literally could not even do anything unless I was just gonna run up over there and just start fucking a whole drama show. But they were doing their little cheer thing, right? So I was just like staying there. I was like, okay, this is not even worth it. Like I'll talk about it after the rally. Those were like my thought process of everything. So then the rally ends, and right after it, I'm not sure what it was like. So yeah, so I don't even know like what happened after that, like exactly like what were my thoughts after that, but I know that I was still super upset. And usually when I'm upset, girl, I cry, like not of sadness, I cry of anger, right? So I remember just fucking like whenever I had the chance to leave, I fucking left because I was so mad. Like I just started crying, right? And my friends were with me and stuff. And when my friend comes up to me, like one of my high school friends that I had at the time, she comes up to me and she talks to me, and I tell her like everything that's going on. And, you know, she has an idea of who it is. I don't remember telling people, like, oh, I'm pretty sure it was them. But, like, they had an idea who didn't fuck with me. And I explained to them the situation. And, like, girl, like, at that point, like, we kind of have an idea of who it was. So I remember telling her, and I was crying because I was so mad, girl. Not crying of sadness, but crying of anger. Because that's just how I've been. I've always fucking cried of anger whenever I'm super angry. And I just, that's my form of releasing it instead of fucking doing other shit. So I just fucking cry because I'm so mad. And then, so yeah, I was there. And then my sister found out about the situation because she also went with me to high school. She was a senior along with these other girls. So she also knew who it was. I'm telling you, like, who we thought it was, right? Because it was never, like, they never told me straight up that they did it or anything like that. Sorry, I keep on falling. I'm trying to look at the mirror. So, like, I also told my sister, I told my friends, the whole security, like, the security at the time, his name, we'll call him Bob. Let me find out if there's a Bob there. Hold on. No, there wasn't a Bob there. So, Bob finds out about it, and, like, he's talking to people, because he was talking, I remember seeing him talk to people. I'm not sure who it was. I'm not sure if it was my friends. I don't know who it was, but I was not having a conversation with him. Like, I literally just left. I don't even remember what happened after that. Sorry, I just remember telling the people who I knew at the time and who I was friends at the time. Because a lot of my friends are not my friends anymore from back then. But yeah, so like they all knew about it. Like, not my friends asking. Oh, I think my sister had asked the group of girls who it was if they're the ones that did it, and they denied that they did it. It's all scrambled now because from here I don't really remember much of what happened after that. Sister did tell me that she did ask those girls if they were the ones that had done it, and they had denied it because my sister got her back. Like, she got her little sister back just like I got my older sister back. Just that's just the way that it is, right? Because they were nowhere near me. I don't remember even seeing them after that. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to them. And so my sister had told me that, and I was like, well, whatever. Like, I ended up just like leaving it alone. I was super mad, but I remember just like, I'm not even gonna give them the attention that they want. Like, they did this for a reason. Why? Because they wanted attention, right? Like, they wanted all of that. They wanted to see me upset. So I just remember thinking, like, I'm not even gonna give them to that anymore. And so we had to go to class, or I'm not sure how it was. Yeah, I think we had to go back to class. And I remember if it was either the next day or if it was that, because I don't really remember much after that. I just remember just like leaving it the fuck alone and just like not even going up to them because, like I said, I didn't want to give them that attention that they wanted. Yeah, so like that's why I didn't end up deciding to cause any chaos, because I'm like, this is a reaction that they want. Do I want to give them that reaction, or should I just keep it to myself? But it's not like I'm scared. I wasn't scared of anything or any of that. I was just like, I'm such a like big thinker on like, do I want to give them that attention or not, you know? And well, I obviously decided not to give them that attention. I was like, you know what? Fuck all that. Like, they, whoever it was, because, which I think it was those specific girls, like, it'll eventually come out and, you know, whatever happens after that happens, right? And I remember getting called out of class, and I think it was, I don't know who told Bob, right? But I got called out of class to go to his office. And I went. And I don't remember ever telling him the name of the specific people, but somehow he ended up naming them. Because I don't remember telling them, like, oh, I think it was this and this. Like, I don't remember that. Because I wasn't planning on doing anything like I wasn't planning on telling on them. Like, girl, no, this was going to be a thing between me and the people. Like, I was not planning on telling anyone who can, like, get them in trouble, right? Like, I was not going to go and tattletale, basically, is what I'm saying. So somehow, like, the person ended up finding out, and they called me to their office. Bob ended up finding out, and they called me to his office, and he mentioned their name, like I said. And I was literally like, what the fuck? Like, I just ended up, like, staying quiet. And letting him tell me what he knows. And I'm not sure if it was Coach who told them or someone else, but he basically like told me like, this is vandalization. Is it vandalization? Yeah, this is vandalization. Like, and he pulled out like this big ass fucking rule book with like all the rules, literally every single fucking rule, and the consequences that come from that, depending on what your age is and this and that and all those stuff, right? And girl, hold on, I need to finish baking this face. Give me a second, y'all. I'm about to be done with this Miko. So like I said, he pulled out that fat ass rule book and he showed me the vandalization section, and it shows me what's considered vandalization, right? Because I didn't, like, I just thought they just messed with my shit, but I didn't think they were actually gonna call it vandalization. Like, girl, that's how mad I was. Like, I didn't think of none of that law shit, like nothing. Right, and then he showed me the section where it says the consequences when it comes to school, like in school terms. And it was if they're overage or like a senior, or I forgot how the fuck it was phrased. But I have the liability to take them to jail or for them to not graduate. Like, those were their consequences. And he gave me the option if I wanted to do any of those two, right? So I'm there like, what the fuck? Like, it's that fucking serious. Whoa, like, literally in shock, girl. So he was like basically telling me like, I have the power to do this stuff. Like, if you feel super deep about this and you want to take this to fucking court type shit, or like, you know, you can send, it's basically vandalization and they can go to jail. So like, I was thinking like, do I want to do this? Do I want to make them not graduate? Do I want to take them to jail? Like, all these things were like spiraling in my head. And I was like, keep in mind, like, don't even get any misunderstanding from them. I was not scared of them. Like, if I wanted to do that, I can do that. If I really wanted to, right? Or I can choose to obviously like just leave it alone, and like they're just gonna end up talking to them or whatever. Basically, I was thinking like, either I can leave it alone because I'm a grown woman and I don't have to deal with this type of bullshit. Like, I'm not spiteful, I'm not none of that, and no, I'm not scared of them. But do I want to ruin their lives, basically? Because not walking, I think it was not walking, sorry, not graduating. I think that's a whole different, I don't think those were the words. I think it was not walking. I'm not sure how it went. I'm not sure if it was not graduating or not walking, but it was like one of those two, and then jail, right? And I was like, well, I basically can get my payback here, right? Or I can be mature about it and leave it the fuck alone, because these bitches don't deserve any of my attention and I don't have any spitefulness to them. So basically, like, they were just gonna end up, sorry, I'm all over the place. What the fuck am I saying? So yeah, those were my options, right? So I was like thinking about it, but in reality I was like, well, I'm not even bothered by this fucking situation. Like, it upset me at the time, but do I want to just keep this, like, do I want to be the reason why they go to jail, why they don't graduate, like all these other things? Like, I could be the reason for it and get my revenge, but do I want to? No, right? So I didn't want to get any type of form of revenge. Like, those were never my intentions. Like, with a simple sorry, like, girl, it could fix everything, right? Like, I didn't have to do Like my thought processes were like not, I want this, I want this, I want them to fail, I want them to this. Like I could never be like that. Like I was not like that. So that's why I chose like not to do anything to them. Like my intentions are never to ruin someone's life as much as they did me wrong. Like I'm not a type of spiteful person like that, right? So that's why I decided to make my decision, and I chose not to send them to jail and not to prohibit them from graduating. My camera keeps overheating, so let's fucking get on with the video. But yeah, so I basically chose not to do anything because I was not giving, like, ruining these people's lives. Like, I'm literally chilling. Like, yeah, as much as they did me dirty with that whole little thing that they did, like, I'm not a spiteful person, and a simple sorry would have fixed anything, right? So then that's when I chose my decision. He said, okay, we're gonna talk to them and tell them, like, the options that you were able to have, and so that they can see that what type of person that you are, right? Like, you chose not to do anything bad to them, and that shows a lot, right? So they were gonna talk to them and tell them that I had the chance to do all of that, but I didn't. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, that's fine. Like, you guys could talk to them or whatever. I don't really care. You guys were gonna talk to them regardless. And so then, yeah, so that happened, and literally it was just like a whole crazy thing. After that, like, these girls used to bother me a lot, and after that, these girls didn't bother me anymore. Like, they didn't say little comments. They wouldn't do the spiteful things that they would do before, call me names and all of that, right? It was never confirmed to me, like, oh yeah, they were the ones that did it, but it was all, like, based on, like, kind of assumptions, and they never told me themselves, like, oh, we never did that, you know? So I kind of just was like, okay, yeah, they probably did do it, and, well, they got told to basically stop doing those things. But who knows to this day. But I know that it was within that friend group because later on maturity came, and I remember, like, having a conversation with one of the girls. I think it was through text messages. And she told me how she was just basically just being there for her friends, and that's why she felt like basically the whole situation happened, or she didn't say anything back then because she just felt to defend her friends, right? So then I was like, oh, it's okay, like, you know, I don't hate you, I don't have any problem with you, and yeah, it was squashed. But I'm not sure if that's the girl who did it, but I know that she was in the friend group, you know? So who knows? But yeah, I'm already on mascara time. I just gotta put on some fucking lip gloss, and I'll see you girlies back because my camera's overheating as fuck. So yeah, girl, that's basically the story time I had for today. Like, this was a long time ago, so I don't hold any resentment or hate anyone, like, at all. Like, that shit was in the past, and that's where it's gonna stay. So I just had to make that clear that I'm not bringing it up to cause drama. I don't hate anyone, and it's just a funny story to tell now because it's crazy that it even happened. So that's why I think it's, like, pretty funny, you know? So yeah, girl, I just wanted to make it clear and put any disclaimers out there that I don't hate anyone, and, you know, that is my point of view of this story. If other people have different point of views, well, then I don't know what to say because it happened to me, girl. So I'm the one that has a point of view. But so yeah, I just wanted to say that. So I'm all done with my makeup now, and I have my hair, so let me go get changed. I was gonna put on a cute outfit because I was gonna film another YouTube video, but then my boyfriend hit me up with plans just right now, so I'm gonna put something chill on now because I bet it's fucking cold outside. Let me put on. So that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, girl. And honestly, I want to meet all my girlies, so if you want, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I literally want to chat with you guys. I'm trying to be more active, so stay tuned for more future videos. Let me know down in the comments what videos you guys want to see. If you guys want to see more of this or not, like, let me know, girl, and we'll figure something out. I'll see you guys next time.